Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today I want to share with you my first time trying out a French manicure with gel polishes. All of the items I will be using are by femketjeNL, and I just added a couple of silver stones or like rhinestones or gems or however you want to call them, and I did this with my non-dominant hand, and I'm actually pretty proud of how it turned out for a very first time. So if you want to know how I made this, please keep on watching. So first up, please ignore the fact that I have like chipped nail polish all over the place, and I do have a false tip on my index finger. I actually just like half an hour before I wanted to record this French manicure tutorial, I bumped my finger while doing laundry. For some reason I just messed up screwing on the cap of my laundry detergent, and the tip just totally like chipped off, and I was so heartbroken. So that's why I have like a French or like a false tip on my index finger. And I also made a video on how to fix your broken nail, and especially if you don't want to cut down the other nails, and that was just me trying it out for a first time as well, and I do think it looks pretty decent for a first time applying a false tip and also just blending that in. But you want to make sure that you have pushed back the cuticles and that you roughen up the surface of the nail a little bit so the gel polishes have something to adhere to. And guys, I'm really sorry, like my nails seem really damaged, but they actually aren't. I have taken off the nail polish with some pure acetone, and that was pretty much just really drying my nails really bad. And after that, as you can see here, I also cleaned up the nails and removed all of the dust with some pure alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, and that's just really drying for the nail as well as for my cuticle area and just the skin. So that's why it all looks like super dry. But you will see after I have applied a cuticle oil and the primer, which I'm applying right here, you will see that my nails actually aren't damaged. They're just really dry. But that's what you will need, so your gel polishes actually have something to adhere to and you won't have any lifting and stuff. But here you see me applying the gel base, and I'm also applying that on top of the false tip. I actually did have a little bit of my natural tip left, so I had a little bit to work on, which I was really happy about, because I was already heartbroken that like half a centimeter or about a centimeter of my natural nail just broke off. It was just, I was really heartbroken. I was actually in tears when it happened. So then my husband was like, maybe you can fix it with one of your false tips, because he knew I had some false tips and I've never used them before. So he came up with the idea just to fix it like that, and I also made a video of that, so keep an eye out for my channel if you want to know how I did that. Then after the base has cured for 15 seconds in my LED lights, I'm going in with that French pink color, and I am applying 2 coats of that to all of the nails. But I'm starting off with my thumb, because you know me, I like to start off with my thumb. And you guys might know, if I do a gel nail polish tutorial, I always do that with my left hand, so I have to work with my non-dominant hand. So bear with me if I go a little bit more slow than usual, but yeah. Then you want to take your dappen dish and add some of that cleaner in there, like a gel polish cleaner, and take out that soft white color. I'm just applying that straight from the bottle with the gel polish brush, and I'm just applying it like as precisely as possible. As precise as I could with my left hand, and of course don't forget to cap off the edge as well. Then you want to go in with your brush and a little bit of cleaner and just go around that line to make it really crisp and really precise. And you guys know I'm kind of like shaky as it is, and working with gel polishes and having to do something really precise like this, I did take a little while to just make it as perfect as possible. You could actually see me shaking a little bit because I was so concentrated, and the more I'm focusing on doing something and the more I'm like getting really busy up in my mind and thinking, okay, I have to do this good, it actually totally feels. But I do have to say, I am pretty proud of myself that I made it look like this for the first time, especially painting with my non-dominant hand. And as you can see, you can just see me applying a little bit extra polish, because If you make a mistake, and this is like the great thing about gel polishes, just make sure you don't cure it before you have it perfect. And if you haven't cured it yet, you can still mess around with it like quite a lot. And I'm just applying a little bit extra and just going around that little edge with the brush, of course making sure there isn't any gel polish on the cuticle area or on the skin before you cure it, because you really don't want to cure that stuff onto your skin because that burns and it hurts, and that's not cool. So here you can see me applying a second layer. You guys know me, I love to apply my layers in like couples, so I always go over with the second layer and make sure it are thin layers, because you don't want your nails to look bulky or anything like that. Especially while you work with your non-dominant hand, you might do that just like me. You can sometimes apply a little bit too much. Just make sure that you work with thin layers. You can always add an extra thin layer if it's not opaque enough. Then I'm going in with my shiny, like my glossy gel top coat, and I'm going to adhere some silver colored like studs slash rhinestones. I don't know how you want to call these. They're like rhinestone shaped, but they are fully like shiny silver. And I'm applying a bigger one to the middle and two smaller ones to the sides around the cuticle area. I think that just gave this look a little bit of like an extra touch. And again, you know me, I love my bling, I love my glitter, and I just couldn't just let this be a simple French manicure. I just wanted to add a little bit extra. So I did add 3 of these rhinestones to the thumb, and I did that to the ring finger as well. But you just want to do all of these steps to all 4 of the fingers, and I'm just going to run through this process a little bit. I won't show you each and every single nail, because that would make this video like an hour long and it would be really, really boring. So I just showed you applying the French pink color to the rest of my nails, and I made sure that I really applied thin layers because it is a really sheer color. You don't want to build this up too much, so I just applied 2 layers of that. And of course, just make sure, especially on the one with the false tip, because I broke it off, you really want to work with super thin layers, because otherwise you will really get it like really clumpy and stuff, and you don't want that. That's not pretty. But just apply 2 layers. You might even apply a 3rd layer if you're like, I really want that pink to be a little bit more out there. But trust me, once that white layer is on the tip, that pink will be really, really beautiful and really like nude looking. Then I'm just going in like I did on the thumb, like I showed you before, and just add the white straight from the bottle with the brush from the polish, and just make sure you clean off your edges really beautifully with that brush and a little bit of gel polish cleaner. And yeah, here you can just see me. I've already done 3 of the remaining 4 nails, and here you see me applying a little bit of top coat to the ring finger and just applying those silver colored rhinestones again. I did choose to apply a little bit smaller rhinestones than I did to the thumb, because my thumb is a little bit more broad compared to my other nails, so a little bit of a smaller size would look really, really beautiful. And I'm just adhering those with some top coat and applying them with my crystal katana, like the knockoff I got at AliExpress. It works like a dream. If you want any links or anything, do let me know in the comments down below so I can reply to you directly with that link. And yeah, most of this tutorial was actually just me waiting for curing time for like a minute at a time. And to finish it all off, you just want to make sure that you apply a decent layer of gel top coat to all of the nails, curing that for a full minute as well, and make sure to cap off the edges as well. You guys know me, cap off your edges so you make sure your manicure lasts a long time. Then my skin was so extremely dry, I had to apply a little bit of cuticle oil, and this is just one of my favorite cuticle oils you can get at Hema, which is a Dutch like drugstore kind of store. They have a lot of stuff and it is known worldwide, so maybe you actually have a Hema store close to you. I know they are in Europe and Asia, and I think they are in Russia as well. But yeah, just rub that in and let it sit for a little while so your skin gets a little bit extra like nourishment and hydration. But yeah, I really hope you liked it. I'm really proud of myself for doing this with my non-dominant hand for the very first time. It might look a little messy to some of the pros out there, but bear with me, people. I am still learning working with gel polishes. As you know, this is just my third tutorial ever with gel polishes, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions or comments or anything, and I will see you guys in the next video.